Race 9 coming up next. Make sure they're on the website. Head to the Multimedia Showcase and check out HK Direct this week. Ed Sadler with Aldo de Meyer talking about his arrival here in Hong Kong and the great time he's having as well. 4 winners already and a winner midweek at Happy Valley again. So HK Direct's on the Multimedia Showcase. Race number 9 is a Class 3 contest. 1,600 metres is the trip here for the second last on the programme. Headed by Beauty Icon, drops into Class 3 for the first time. Was a 11th of 13 behind Champions Way last time out. King's Shield, good run at Happy Valley behind Rickfield last time out, finishing 3rd. Cordyceps, runner-up behind Champion Supreme last time out, beaten 3/4 length. Uncle Steve, no luck at all last time out behind Solar Y. He jumps from barrier 6. Ever Laugh, it's a last start course and distance when he gets a wide gate. King Print behind Young Legend at big odds last time out, finishing in 7th place. And Beauty Day, also coming out of that Young Legend race, he finished 2nd. That was over the 1,400 metres. They both get up to the mile. Splendid timing, and Grant van Niekerk will jump from barrier number 7. Now, as far as the speed is concerned, Tom, where are we looking?
It's interesting here, predicting good to fast. Beauty Day has been known to roll forward, and he could get down to the rail in front here at Cordyceps, so Cordyceps might not get his things go his own way here this time around. Another one that can go forward is Chair's Vanquisher. Victor Wong riding him with that £5 claim. He went forward last start, and he's another one that could be there. King Shield has been known to roll forward as well, but Cordyceps might have a bit of company this time round.
Here is Cordyceps. Yeah, he had to work to get to that lead last time, but they set up some pretty fast sectionals and he just failed. It was a really good run from this horse, and he looked like he had it won with about 50 to go, but caught late. And he's come on since then. There's no problems with him. Uncle Steve looks the other main danger in the race. He saw how stiff he was last time. He didn't get a run the whole way down the straight at all, and he'll be out there to make amends on this one. His work's been pretty good. And Zhang Rocks, he catches the eye of this horse. He gets back. He's the one running on late. So with all his pace in the race, I think it's going to probably suit him as well. So I think he'll run a bit of a race. He's fit, very fit. Yeah, I've got him in for a minor spot, and we'll hear from Zach Purton about Uncle Steve very shortly. First one we'll take a check on, though, is King Shields, Zhang Rocks, and Amazing Satchmill at Happy Valley. Yeah, I've been with King Shield quite a way this season. The horse has been running pretty well. Happy Valley, this is probably his best run once the cheek pieces went on. Now, the cheek pieces will stick with him. Barrier number 2, coming here to Sha Tin. I've got him in on a minor line, and as I mentioned, Zhang Rocks, you can see him hits the line strongly once again in those big white blinkers. And I think he can feature as well. Minor line for me as well. King Shield, you can see he's dropped down to a mark of 77, so I think he's getting close to finding his best form. Got Royal Ascot form. Yeah, it was St James's Palace Stakes, wasn't he? King Shield. All right, let's go to Zach Purton and Uncle Steve. Beaten favourite last time out with a bit of an excuse.
Uncle Steve, Zach, bit unlucky last time.
Yeah, it's not a replay I've gone back and watched. I'll keep that one in the archives and bury it in a dark place. But you know, it is what it is. You know, unfortunately, I just had no room all out the straight. I just had to sit on him. You know, the run obviously wouldn't have hurt him. He's come through it in good order. The step up to a mile I don't see as a problem. And he looks as if he's ready to go and get the job done now.
I know hypotheticals aren't easy in racing, but he was only beaten a length and a half. The way he was travelling, do you feel if you got out you would have won?
Well, you'd like to think so. He is a horse that has travelled up well behind him in the past, and when you've let him go, he hasn't produced. So, you know, you can never be sure if he was going to go and get the job done or not, but he felt like he had a little bit more there.
Just looking at the way he travelled as well too, was he a little bit keen? Was he wanting to get on the bit?
No, I thought it's probably the best he's relaxed in a race, actually. You know, it's the first time I've ridden him, but he has been a horse that at times has got quite clean, but he was in his rhythm nice. It was just, you know, unfortunately we couldn't get a run.
And I know Beauty Generation would have helped these stats, but still the partnership between you and John Moore has been super this season.
Yeah, his stable's been going well. He's got a lot of nice horses there coming through the grades. You know, I seem to have been the beneficiary of getting on them at the right time, and hopefully that continues. Obviously, he's pushing for the championship. He's going to need every winner he can get. Hopefully, I can keep helping him tick along.
You take on a horse in Cordyceps, Jay Moreira jumps on board. Could he prove stiff opposition for you?
Yeah, of course. He's a horse that likes to roll along. He's not a sit and sprint or a hold-up type of horse. He gets into his rhythm and cruises along at a nice speed, and he continues to keep finding off that. So the speed should be nice enough to allow my horse to get into a rhythm.
They do look the two, don't they? Cordyceps and Uncle Steve. There's a chance Uncle Steve might be overbet because of that run last time.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I'm going to go with the other one. But I think both those two horses have been running really well recently, and you saw it for yourself. Uncle Steve's interesting coming up to the mile. I think he'll be suited the way he runs. So.
I think he will be as well, and he's not had a lot of luck in basically any of his runs, really, Uncle Steve. So I think it's his turn this time round. He's got 125. Cordyceps has got 125. I think it's between a good race between those two.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a check on Cordyceps now. As far as his last start was concerned, this is behind Champion Supreme. He's a two-time winner over the 1200 and the mile.
Yeah, look, he kicked clear, Derek Long, at this stage on this horse, and he looked like he was going very well. He's a hard horse. The horses that took him on early, they've all dropped off. He's still there, and so he was really against the trend. At this stage, he was about a sitting duck, but he was still really going nicely, and it just took a really nice run from the John Moore horse. He just ran him down late. It was a good run from him.
It certainly was. He's a big chance again. As Cordyceps, 2 wins through his career, and Joe Moreira jumping back on board. Slightly better barrier draw for him as well.
Yeah, barrier number 2. All right, so what about Beauty Day? Tangmere, had a couple of bites at him so far. Exaltation on debut here, and a splendid timing.
Yeah, of these ones, look, I almost put splendid timing in. I thought he's not too far away. The blinkers went on him last time, and he raced in the all-weather, and he wasn't really his go. He's down a rating of 64.7 now, so I'm keeping an eye on him. I didn't put him in the end, but I don't reckon he's too far away. I think he's quite a progressive horse.
It's a funny little run, really, from Beauty Day, because he was up the fence, then he sort of had to change ground over the concluding stages there. Tangmere, we know he's well-bred, and he might be just starting to come to it as well.
Yeah.
All right, a couple more to take a check on. It's Beauty Icon and Jan Rocks again, back at the trials.
Yeah, recent trial here, Beauty Icon was able to win this. I thought did it quite convincingly in the end. He's a 3-year-old for Paul O'Sullivan, and Umberto Rispoli. He's got gate at number 1 in this race. In his 2 runs so far, he's run in behind him 7th, beaten 4 1/4, and he was beaten 7 1/4 behind Champion's Way last time out. He had a good recent barrier trial. He led, good kick in the straight and won well, I thought.
Yeah, I wonder if they will race him on the all-weather, because he does work well on that surface, does Beauty Icon. Obviously, both his runs are on the turf, but it was a good trial on the all-weather. And Zhang Rocks, as we mentioned earlier on, he'll get back, he'll be running on late, but he could get the race run to suit.
All right, with a quick tempo, the market's already singled out 2 horses, Cordyceps and Uncle Steve.
That looks a Quinella to me, and that's going to be the play with that Quinella. I end up just putting Cordyceps above Uncle Steve, because as you said, I think everyone saw how unlucky he was last time, and he's going to be really well backed. At this stage, he's not so much, but close to the race, I think he'll be a clear favourite. So 4 to beat 5, Zhang Rocks running on late, and King's Shield with those cheek pieces, I think have just calmed this horse down a little bit. I know Jenny's always said that he's been a bit flighty in the paddock. 4, 5, 11, 2, but definitely like the Quinella 4 and 5.
Yeah, that's the Quinella, those 2, but I'm going to go the way of Uncle Steve here for Zach Purton and John Moore over Cordyceps, throwing in King's Shield. And I'll throw in Beauty Day. He's put in a couple of OK runs. I know he's not 1 from 12 starts, but he did box on OK there behind Young Legends. So 5, 4, 2 and 13.
All right, we've all got the 4 and the 5. The 5 and the 4 is the cue. I've gone 5 and 4 as well in race number 9. All right, one more race to come. Race number 10 plus all the best bets. That comes up next.